elections office by 8 o'clock tomorrow. Now, it's too late to mail it now because postmarks don't count in Oregon. However, in Washington state, you can still mail your ballot as long as you get it postmarked by 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
And by the time polling places around the country open tomorrow, a lot of voters in both Oregon and Washington will have already cast their ballots.
Cor Harlan is live in southeast Portland to explain. Cor?
Well, Ken and Jenny, I just talked with Multnomah County's elections director a short time ago, telling me that here in Multnomah County, 48% of registered voters have already turned in their ballots. Statewide in Oregon, over 50% of the ballots that were sent out have also already been turned in. The ballot drop near Multnomah County's election headquarters is crowded with cars dropping off ballots. And Multnomah County's director of elections tells me this morning the trends for turnout are strong.
We still have more ballots received than we have at any other point in any previous election.
While the absolute number of ballots may set records, Scott says based on what he's seen so far, the percentage of ballots returned against the larger number of ballots sent out this year is looking more like 2012 turnout percentage than it did 2008 turnout. I learned also this morning that more than 25,000 new voters have registered to vote this year through the state of Oregon's new motor voter sign-up, and 70,000 new voters have signed up on their own since March.
There's a lot of interest in this election. We've got a lot more new voters. You know, that's coming from people moving to Portland. It's coming from motor voter. It's coming from interest in the election.
In Washington state, more than 44% of ballots have been returned statewide. Both Oregon and Washington say it's hard to predict if voter participation will exceed 80%, but as of right now, it's a target well within sight. Now, back here at the Multnomah County Election Center, the footnote here to all of the state of Washington says it's already got 1.9 million ballots in hand at county elections offices. That would be north of the Columbia River. That should mean, according to Dave Ammons, who's a communications director in Olympia there in Washington state, that they should exceed 80% participation in Washington state once the votes are all in, Jenny and Ken. But that appears to be a good possibility for here in Oregon as well.
Wow, I mean, it's amazing how convenient it is to either mail in your ballot or use the drop box. Getting that voter turnout high, too. Okay, thank you, Cor.
Well, you know, it is a heated campaign season, and with that comes a